Oh hey, it's the podcast where I, Fiona Frawley, show Duane Doogan, a man, that there's more to life than farts, football and fingering. This is Men Welcome. Speaking of strangers making up narratives about you, which I think definitely happened to me this weekend. We were down in Kilkenny for Cat Laughs Comedy Festival. Great weekend, stunning. Well, we were there for a day and I did 3 shows. And before the final show, which was on in the Set Theatre, I was hosting Shane Clifford, Shane Daniel Byrne, Shane Todd, all the Shanes, and then Garode Farley just in for a bit of diversity. And before this, we went for a beautiful dinner at a Japanese restaurant, Kyoto. It's kind of like an Asian fusion restaurant in Kilkenny. And everyone was around the table, us, the comedians, having a nice little chinwag, having a bit of a bitch. And I was like, this is getting juicy now. The baby starts screaming. But I'm like well used to just like, whipping out the tit in public, putting him on him. It's grand because feeding has thankfully gone really well for him and me. But on this event, on this day, he decided for the first time in his life to absolutely become allergic to my nipple and start like violently protesting against it and refusing to latch on or drink from it. So at this point, my tit's just out in the restaurant beside Alison Spittle's bento box. And I'm like, this isn't appropriate. I'm going to have to like go and walk with him, or I'm going to have to try and go and feed him somewhere else. So then the only place that he'll agree to feed is sitting on the stairs of the restaurant, the like dirty, nasty stairs.
And I will say the restaurant is up a large amount of like steep stairs.
Yeah, which you have to carry the pram up.
It's not a single floor.
Yeah.
I'd say it would be the equivalent of 2 stories.
But of course, every good Asian restaurant is upstairs somewhere.
Why is
Bar
that?
none. It's just
the altitude.
It's just physics, yeah. It's just how it works. Like it's not for us to question.
Try to make a katsu curry underground. Hey, ain't happening.
Duane had a katsu curry.
That's the only dish I know.
That's why he's saying that. I feel like he might be crying. He's making some sort of noise. Permission to turn it up?
Bring it closer to the mic. He's all right.
Okay.
We'll get to the end of the segment.
This is fucked up. Okay. So I had to sit there on these like grubby stairs feeding him, and everyone's coming upstairs and downstairs for their meal. And I'm like, what do I do? The first people who passed me were 2 lads who were, I'd say, about like 24.
Yeah.
And they're like walking like head on to me and my bosom and my child. So I just go, oh, he's refusing to feed anywhere but here. And they just avoided eye contact and completely ignored me.
Because your tit was out.
No, but it was hidden by him. But
I
I'm
did
like,
catch sight of a tit in Dublin City yesterday of a woman who was breastfeeding, and then I was like, oh, I made up a story in my head. Like I'm just looking at like anything that I pass, and I see a woman, and I'm like, oh shit, she's feeding her kid, and I just keep walking. And in my head, then I had a confrontation with her husband where he's like, why are you staring at my wife's tits? I'm like, nobody, I wasn't. And the only way I could have known that she was doing that is by glancing in that direction for a second, and then I averted my glare. My gaze, my glare,
either
my
words.
glant.
Your glant. You averted your glant.
He goes, and actually, my wife does this. I'm coming at you. I understand what's going on. And he was like, all right. And I must have drifted off because I don't remember how the confrontation ended, but full on conversation with this man in my head.
That's interesting. So you're obviously coming at breastfeeding from a different thing. Because right now, I couldn't care who sees my tit now. Like, I'm like, whatever.
Well, no, I was just, it's very different to be the man being like, I don't want to be caught pervert.
I don't want to be a dirty pervert, but really, I'm like
secretly I am.
But inside, I'm like, naturally people are going to see it. But now I'm just like, it's grand, it's someone's food. Like, I
did
actually don't
see
care.
It in the green room at the gig.
Oh, yeah.
And I was just like, ooh, public titty.
A bit of treat, something for the dads, as we
say.
I
was like, hey, did you catch that, Garode Farley?
And he did. And he doesn't care. And that's the beauty of it. So that's when, later on, I was feeding backstage at the that gig in the Set Theatre at the interval. And the venue manager, first of all, when I arrived, she like looked at me and she was like, oh, hey. And then she like gave me a really intense double look and was like, whoa, you look so different, like from your picture, which like from the posters that were up around Kilkenny for the Calafs, which I assume is derogatory.
Yeah,
like,
I wouldn't be saying that. If,
have not been kind to
like
you.
all of our headshots are us at our best at that time. Now, unless we are headshot ready now, we're going to look lesser than we did then. And that is at the best if we've been able to maintain our physical self, been able to maintain our grooming that we had, the hair, the beard,
everything,
the makeup,
or the lack of beard. In
but
my
like,
case.
what happens if it's just like, hey, I've gone mad on white cream eggs and I'm not headshot ready? You're not going to come in and be like, Jesus Christ.
The years haven't been kind to you, my darling. I mean, I think unless you and me have agreed to go on a date, like via an online app, like then fair enough, you can say, God, you don't look like your picture. But if I'm just trying to exist in the world, maybe don't bother. But anyway, she was a bit of crack.
You finish them.
Yeah, she was a bit of crack. And then, so then at the interval, she came up and she was like, oh, 5 minutes till we start. And then she was like, oh my God, baby, like you have a baby. Because I was feeding him backstage and I was like, yeah. And then, so then she kind of softened a bit because before that she was quite busy,
She
just trying to get everyone on stage.
She's been through a lot because he's been through her.
Literally.
The baby.
That I saw that thought process go past her head. So
I'll stop judging her for looking horrid.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, she wasn't being nasty or anything before, but she was just being all business.
I should get that man's wife and set him on her.
Do, because he'll fucking bait the head off her. But then when me and her were going downstairs to get to like start the second half, she turns to me and she was like, "You're amazing," and I was like, "Oh my God, thank you." And she was like, "Oh, I mean, like because you've got the baby and you're going on stage." Like she had to like clarify and make clear that she didn't mean I was amazing at stand-up. Like, and I'm like, again.
You're amazing at trying two things.
I'm like, again, no need to say, like, no need to add that at the end. But no, she was really lovely. But it was just a humbling moment for me. She was like, you're amazing, but not at what you want to be amazing at.
You said there that the only place that someone can tell you that you don't look as good as your picture is if you have arranged a date on an online app.
Yeah.
Well, I never really did. I didn't do the online dating. So, did you have any instances? Because you did.
I only did one.
Maybe not.
You did. I did one. So all your other dates,
you knew who they were.
Yeah, or like we'd met on a night out and then we ended up going on a date, or like someone set us up or whatever. I only did one Tinder date. And yeah, he looked like his picture and we went on a few dates and then we were in town together the night I went to Donoghue's and met you. And he was like, can I come and see you do stand-up? And I was like, no, Scarlett. And then I met my husband.
You told me that you came to the gig because you knew I was going to be there.
Yeah, I did. It was a casual. It was a casual that I was seeing this guy. I'm allowed to keep my options open. As all women are.
But like you're going, you got two tabs open on your phone. You're like, oh, Duane's good.
Literally, I've got two tabs.
I'll go to that gig. And the next time you go, yeah, I'd love to see it tonight.
Yeah. What's wrong? You could be a psycho. He could as well. So it's just keep your options open.
When did you close your options when you were with me?
I think he asked me, did I want to go and see? So we started. It was kind of getting into around Christmas time, wasn't it? Yeah. And he said, do you want to go and see Elf at the Lighthouse? And I was like, no.
So pretty quickly?
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
You were it for me, baby. You always have been.
Why?
I don't know. I ask myself that sometimes as well. Maybe because you were able to get me gigs. And also because I love you. And then we left Cat Laughs and we had to drive up to Dublin early because I was hosting the start line of the women's mini marathon, the VHI women's mini marathon with my work, which is Spin. the breakfast show, Emma, Dave and Fiona. Now, Emma was running the mini marathon, so it was just me and Dave.
That's a pretty big task.
Yeah.
She ran the whole thing?
Yeah. She's a legend. And she did it in really good time as well.
To organise all of that is huge.
Oh, yeah, she did. She organised the whole thing, start to finish. Very good, very good.
I had to push to go.
Thanks, sorry, because
I didn't want to be condescending, like, wow, she couldn't run.
Well, I was like saying...
Some would say she's faster than a Lewis.
She did, yeah. This was something that I had so much FOMO when they did this on the show. Dave challenged her to see if she could run faster than the Lewis, but it was from Dawson Street to Harcourt Street, wasn't it? Yeah. She just missed out, but still very impressive.
I think I saw enough there that if she gives it another go, I think she could
do it. She could do it, yeah.
With just a little Red Bull before she does it. Boom.
Yeah, and I want her to wait till I'm back. I feel like.
That's a happy baby. We got 4 more minutes here. 4 minutes.
Okay. And so so we were hosting this start line. I was like, what is this going to be? But it was actually so much fun. Like the serious people who were in the first wave, a bit less crack because they're focusing on like getting a good time and stuff. But by the time the second, third, fourth waves were coming in, it was just like reading out people's t-shirts, being like Irish Cancer Society, woo, Swords Running Club,
Adidas,
yeah, literally. And they'd all be like, yeah. I'd be like, love everyone wearing a ribbon. And they'd all be like, yeah, check that your laces are tied. Yeah. It was great. But at the start we had to do, so there was a girl, Laura from Elvery's, and she was doing like a warm up for everyone. And we were like, oh, we'll do it along with you. Like that'll kind of be, because I'd say maybe she was a bit like, oh, this is awkward. And we were like, let's all do it together. Because we were awkward about what we were doing as well. And, because it's the unknown. None of us had done this. Like none of us had hosted the mini marathon.
At this point, I'd gone home to bed.
Yeah, you had, because it was all dragging out a bit. But so we get up and we're like, we'll do the warm up with you. And then immediately the warm up starts with gently jogging and bouncing on the spot, at which point I realise I am very much not wearing a sports bra. I'm not ready to bounce on the spot in front of the few hundred people that are in front of me. Never mind the thousands of people that are watching on one of those like big screens, which is positioned beside so that everyone can watch it. Like it was like, like at an event, like,
huge.
It was a big screen. Like, it went up on like Spin's Instagram. It went up on a few Instagram stories.
So how big were they? The screens.
It's not how big. It's how uncontained.
No, but how the screen was obviously bigger than life size. So I'm just trying to picture how big were they? Unsupported on the screens.
If anyone listening to this happened to get a video of my,
preferably 4K, email it to Duane wants this video at menwelcomepod.com. That's Duane wants this video at menwelcomepod.com.
It would not have been good. And obviously your one Laura, she is like Fitzbo, she's getting ready to run the marathon after this.
You don't want this problem? Head down to Elvery's Sport on Suffolk Street.
Dave's on the other side. He's in the best shape of his life. He's loving the gym at the Mo. And I am there. The Balubas are like knocking people out. Like people are getting ready, doing their stretches. They're like out of action. Like we're calling an ambulance over because they've been pelted in the head with my massive mouth. Yeah, literally. And then I was like... And then she was like, okay, then we're going to go into hamstring stretches. And I was like, okay, the running portion is over. And then she's just like, and back to neutral, back to bouncing on the spot. Neutral was bouncing.
You had me at bouncing. Back to bouncing.
It wasn't.
We don't even need on the spot.
Do you know, like, whenever you see someone running and you're...
Doesn't sound like a mini marathon to me.
Oh, it was the maxi. It's just like, whenever you see someone running and you're like, oh, poor girl, like it's her first day. She doesn't have a proper bra. And like the tits are over her shoulder, like a continental soldier. Do your tits hang low. Anyway, that was me at the marathon.
That is a continental soldier.
Do your ears hang low? Do they wobble to and fro? Can you tie him in a knot? Can you tie him in a bow? Can you throw him over your shoulder like a continental soldier? That's the song, isn't it?
What are you talking about?
Maybe the dust, how it affects you in the throat wise, it's affecting me in the brain. That is a song.
Okay.
I didn't make it up.
You might have.
And then people change it into like, do your boobs hang low if you're getting to that stage in life, which I absolutely am.
Right. Well, Fiona, summer is upon us.
It is.
You told us that in the heat of the moment.
Yeah.
And the honor of the summer. I don't know what words are. You were going to give me a few picky bits today.
We're doing a picky bits. We're doing a tapas. We're doing a little bit of a mixed bag. We've got a few Taylor Swift stories about a few potential feuds. They never end. We have Dua Lipa got married.
Okay.
And we have it's a SuBo summer. Susan Boyle is back, baby. Let's get into it.
I didn't even know she left.
That's the right answer.
Yummy, yummy. Give me some picky bits, Fifi. That's all that's what I'd planned.
Oh, I like how much you got into character for it, though.
Yeah.
That was my favorite part of it. And then when you actually did it, I wish I wasn't there in a way. But well done. That was good. It's good to try creative things and, just be free with ourselves. Just having a drink of water.
Yeah.
Stay hydrated.
Between the mic and then like the water, like do you understand a lot about recording?
About the aural experience?
Yeah.
No, I don't, because you do all the work. Anyway.
What do you do for a living?
But I don't press any of the buttons. I do work in radio. But everyone else does it for me. First up.
The Fiona Frawley story.
No, literally.
Can I just clarify before we start that my t-shirt doesn't just say I'm Duane.
Okay, no, go on, tell the story of that now.
Well, it's a t-shirt from my stag, and it just says I'm Duane doing Duane things, which is that's all it is. One of my groomsmen, Niall Farrell, wanted to get everyone t-shirts, so he just Googled Duane t-shirts, and then it just brought him to this Amazon thing where, like a moth to a Duane.
Oh, that was very good.
Yeah.
Well done. Well, now, hang on. Let that have its moment.
No. And he just found this like clearly AI'd like Amazon listing that sold Duane t-shirts.
I think they filled in the AI prompt literally as he typed Duane t-shirts with how like unhinged what these t-shirts
They're all different fonts, different, even some are capitals, some aren't. And it's like, I'm Duane doing Duane things. And Duane, I got you. And
that doesn't even specify like that it implies, are you looking for Duane? I got you. I've got Duane. Or is it like Duane, as in I'm talking to Duane the person, I've got you. Like, what does it mean?
What? And I can't think. And there's a load of them. But worst of all, we're on my stag. There's like 15 of us. And me and a few lads stay back at the apartment having an extra can. And
that's like the noise I make when I'm trying to be in the podcast.
I know. It's late, tired, and I work with children.
I know, but I'm just making
I know. But like, not on air.
Mm-hmm. Sorry. No,
don't put it out to them.
We have
the losers who listen.
Oh
no! Look, I'm turning on them, and that's wrong. Basically, on my stag, there's 3 of us who stay back, and the rest go to the Cavern Club in Liverpool, and we go down to the door, and we're like, "Oh, we're just heading in. You got to pay a £5 to get in." And your man's like, "No, I've enough fucking Duanes in there. I'm not having any fucking more." Except in a Scouse accent.
No, I was gonna say that. How did he end up working in Liverpool?
Well, they got the boat over. It's just over there.
And his accent's still so strong.
Okay, let me try now. No.
It's just the original accent, but underwater.
I'm gonna get into character, and my reference.
Do you want me to do it?
No, my reference point is Steven Gerrard in the 2006 World Cup advert featuring other footballers selling Pringles, and
if I speak, I am in big trouble.
He'd be like, "Oi, Roberto, pass us the Pringles, lad." Okay, there we go. I'm in character. Okay. Oh fuck, I've lost it. Oi, Roberto, pass it. Can you not?
It's the hard or.
Oi, Roberto, pass us the Pringles, lad. No. I've enough fucking Duanes down there. I'm not having any fucking more, lad. Alright, soft lad. That's not boss, that.
Now I appreciate, I can see how hard that was for you and how much work you put in, and I really think you've made good progress. Can you take it down an octave or two? Because that to me is unnecessarily high pitched.
Have you not been to Liverpool lately?
Yeah, but that is a step too far.
No, that was perfect. And I'm like, but I am Duane.
And why are you doing an impression of yourself?
Because
and scene.
It's called acting. And I'm like, but I am Duane. And then he's like,
but Mr.
Just get back into character. Okay. And then I'm like, and I am Duane. And he's like, oi lad, I don't give a fuck who you are. I've got too many fucking Duanes on there and I don't have any fucking time for it. So, sling your rock, you soft bellend boy. And we didn't get in.
Why is it getting squeaky?
That's all I wanted to do was go down to the Cavern Club with all my mates, and then the three of us just went to I was going to say Tiger. What's the name of it? Went to Pop.
Oh yeah. Both similar.
Went to Pop World on our own.
That's still fun though. That all worked out in the end. Why is the security guard also a chipmunk from Alvin and the Chipmunks?
I didn't ask, but
you didn't want to be rude. Obviously, like it's up to him what he does, like during the day.
He actually then, like when we challenged him on it, like not aggressively, being like,
he said, "Here, lower your fucking voice we're like,
but I am Duane. Look, it's a stag, and all our mates
doing
they're in there."
Things.
He started on Luke, like went head to head with him, and like was pushing him with his head. We didn't call it a head butt; you call it a head shove. And it was like, what the fuck? And other security guards,
head shove.
Other security guards ran over and had to break it up, and then apologized to us, being like, he was bang out of order. We are so sorry about his behavior. Like, really sorry. He shouldn't have done that. Apology. And we're like, okay, thank you. May we go in? And, oh no, you still can't come in. We've got too many fucking Duanes in there.
Yeah, like obviously. You have to be realistic. You're not going to get the shit kicked out of you by a bouncer, but also know that you're not entering the venue.
Niall Farrell told me that he entered late and got stuck at the door and was like, I'll go on. And they're like, yeah, fine.
That's because he loved taking his top off and swapping it with ladies on a hen do. Now, will we talk about the week's entertainment?
Sure.
Okay.
You said Taylor Swift, and I'm like, I'm not arsed about Taylor Swift.
I know. Will I start with Taylor Swift then? First is the worst. Second is the best. Third is the one with the hairy chest.
Okay, then
that means if this was 2009, I'd be saying so Susan Boyle goes third, but we're not saying that anymore.
Well, if we're going to start with the worst, let's start with Taylor Swift.
Taylor Swift, right. Okay. So two, like, would we call them feuds, potential feuds I saw in the last day or so. First of all, I was Googling Gracie Abrams because her new album is coming out and she's going on tour. And she's like announcing a Dublin date, and I saw people trying to get tickets.
Where's she playing?
And I assume 3 Arena. I saw her there last year. This is just a funny story about that gig. I went to Gracie Abrams with my sister and it was a really good gig. She's great, whatever. But I've never seen an artist so many times ask for a medic. Like, she was like, you guys look amazing. You're so beautiful. Thank you for being here. Can we get a medic over here? Can we get a medic for this person? Thank you so much.
Why?
And then, like, she'd do a few more songs. Do you guys like my bedroom? Do you guys like the stage we made for you? Can we get a medic over here? Thank you so much. I was like, how many medics do you think we're...
Gracie Abrams is a Scouser.
Can we get a fucking medic over here, lads? Girls are fainting left to right. They're wearing long skirts and ribbons in their hair, and we need a fucking medic. Oh, it's hard to not do it high pitch.
Thank you.
Can we get a fucking medic here? Okay, fair enough.
Yeah.
She needed a medic everywhere. I don't know, were people like fainting or were people just like looking a bit out of it or whatever, but she was putting those medics to fucking work. Well, and I wonder, I'm interested if anyone saw her at any other date around the world, did she ask for medics?
I'm going to do that at my next stand-up gig. Which is actually where parents can bring their babies. So I'm like, can I get a medic down here? Because that kid is ugly.
Are you a medic? Take your kid out of here. No, it was mental. But anyway, so she's brought out her new album and she's going on tour. Also, Taylor Swift has announced that she's got a song on the Toy Story 5 soundtrack. The fifth and sign up. Yeah, you're not a fan of that?
I was going to say, is there songs in any of the Toy Stories? But obviously, there's famously.
Yeah, there is.
You got a friend in me. As a Scouser?
You got a friend in me? I do have a story about that song. So obviously our dog is reactive to other big dogs. Like if she sees any sort of like big dog, she'll like square up, start barking, go fucking ballistic. And I was walking her into the park and there was a Rottweiler. And the Rottweiler was perfectly friendly, lovely dog. But Danish started losing her fucking mind. She wanted to make that Rottweiler her bitch. She was going crazy. And as she was doing this, I obviously had like Instagram stories open in my phone and I tried to put it in my pocket or something and it kept playing and it just started playing, you got a friend in me, because someone obviously had that on their Instagram story. And as this was happening, the owner of the Rottweiler was like, don't worry, he's lovely, he wouldn't hurt to fly. And I was like, you got a friend in me. And I was like, no, sorry, she's just really reactive. It's not your dog, it's gorgeous. You just remember what your old pal said. It was overstimulating. Gracie Abrams and Taylor Swift. Taylor Swift
has Is Taylor Swift notorious for like
beefs?
No, not necessarily beefs, but it's like, oh, you've got new music, I've got new music.
Yeah, that's a little bit of a thing. Like every time, say Sabrina Carpenter brings out her new album, Taylor Swift will bring out like an acoustic re-recording of a song she already brought out. Say Olivia Rodrigo announces her new album, Taylor Swift is like, oh, here's Life of a Showgirl, fluffy champagne bottle with a pink sparkle on top edition, now available at Target with a free Stanley Cup. Do you know what I mean? Like, I think, yeah, she does do a bit of that. But this is the thing. This is the Gracie Abrams link. So the song on the Toy Story album is I Knew It.
You don't have a friend in me because I'm Taylor Swift and I got beefs.
That should be it, honestly. You very much do not have a friend or an associate in me. Okay, her song is I Knew It, I Knew You. It's coming out 5th of June. But everyone is kind of looking at this being like, what the hell? Gracie Abrams has a song called I Knew It, I Know You. And it's a bit like, why did you call it something else? Do you know what I mean? Very similar.
Is it the same song title?
I Knew It, I Knew. Taylor's is I Knew It, I Know You. Gracie's is I Knew It, I Knew You. So some people...
I'm not noticing the difference.
Yeah, it's just one word.
Which word?
I Knew It, I Know You. Okay. I Knew It, I Knew You. Taylor's. Gracie's is I Knew It, I Know You.
So Gracie's I knew like, it.
I know you.
I knew it. I'm your
know
friend.
You.
And Taylor's like, I knew it. Girl, bye.
Yeah, she's like, I knew it, I knew you. And not anymore.
Is it a diss on her?
I knew it, I knew you, I copied your song. Well, people are saying, like, is it an intentional choice? Like, because they are mates and they've done a song together before. And I think she supported her as well on a few tours, on a few Dates of the Eras tour. So it's like, is it just a nod to that friendship? Or maybe, is it like, this is just me speculating. Is it a marketing ploy to get people up in arms, being like, Taylor's ripping off a younger artist? And then it's a surprise that Gracie Abrams is on the song. I don't think so,
though. A remix or something?
No, she wouldn't be doing a remix.
No.
But so that's story number one.
Okay.
Also,
is that it?
Well, yeah. Also going on with Taylor Swift at the moment.
I guess this is stuff that I don't hear. So when I'm like, is this it? It's not catered to me. So, like, see, I need some meat in the beef.
Yeah, there's nothing yet.
This was vegan beef.
It was vegan, and they, as I told you, get a medic.
So we need to come back next week after we've heard the song.
After we've gotten the medic.
Okay, well,
we'll see.
Stay tuned till next week.
Yeah, exactly.
Hands held high.
Hands held high, and I can hold my head up high as well.
Oh, do that. The algorithm loves women's armpits.
Oh, great, but they don't love women's tits when they're breastfeeding their baby.
No, but we can't put that in the screenshot. Go on. Will you get your armpit out? Let's just do this.
No, I'm scared about what's under there.
No, they look good. Just do that. That'll be the screenshot.
That's perfect. I love that. We should have done that before.
But apparently men are like, oh, why is it just you talking?
I want you to milk your armpit. That's what some sick fuckers
armpits
want.
Are in. Armpits are... The algo loves armpits.
I've always been saying it.
Will I take mine out as well?
No.
Let's see, what's bad is you were like, oh, I'm not sure if they look good. I'm of the same thing. I don't like armpit hair, and it's tough because we're in a.
Say it. You don't like it on you. You don't mind it on other people.
That's what I have to add because we're in a generation now where armpit hair on women is becoming more and more popular.
The women are hairy now. Can you believe this? It wouldn't happen in my day.
And we're not even in France. And I can't remember. I made some comment once being like, because I don't like it on a woman either or something.
Whoa.
But it's not about being on a woman. I just don't like armpit hair full stop. So I use...
careful with that.
So look at me. I'm a hairy boy.
Yeah.
But
you're unexpectedly not that hairy in certain places.
Okay, save it for the private.
I mean, parts of your chest. You think it's going to be so hairy because you've got this quite prominent chest hair coming through the t-shirt, but then when you take your top off, it's actually just one little circle of hair, and then another circle down here, but in the middle it ends. I mean, at your belly.
Okay, let's keep it above board.
Do you know? I'm not going below board.
But I'm just gonna do that for the screenshot now as well.
Perfect.
But yeah, I shaved mine, so it's not fully shaved now. But
you
it's not
shave your pits for summer.
No, I do it all year round. But to be honest, the real reason I haven't shaved them is because I need to charge my shaver, and I've known that for some time. But it's gonna take me a long time to move it from the bathroom to a plug.
You wouldn't do a manual razor, no? Get a closer finish.
No, I just go. I go electric on it.
Okay, you just like to
because it's not really an area that can hurt, so you can go just blade on skin and it's grand. It might bleed a little bit, but we should be allowed to have a little blood.
We should be allowed to have a little blood in the armpit. Okay, best till last, Susan Boyle. Who has her? Who needs her?
What's best to last then? Who's last?
Susan Boyle. Oh no, sorry, we're only on our second thing.
That's why you had two Taylor Swift things, and I was like,
boring.
Oh yeah, I preferred if I didn't hear about the last one.
Okay, right. Susan, why? What did you think was... Anyway, it doesn't matter. Susan Boyle, she's back for the summer.
Yeah.
Okay, did you follow Susan Boyle on Instagram before?
I know nothing about Susan Boyle. I know she was on X Factor. She used to work in Tesco. No.
That's Mary Byrne.
Then I know nothing about Susan Boyle.
Susan Boyle was on Britain's Got Talent.
Same thing.
And she sang...
X Factor went on long enough that they went, you know what would be great if we got a little guy who can swallow a sword and a woman who knows how to ride one of those bikes with a big wheel.
And get them they did. Year after year after year. And sometimes they swapped those two around. And they had a little woman who swallows a sword and a man who knows how to ride one of those bicycles. And sometimes they were married.
And then there was the Greek father and son.
Oh, Stavros Flatley. Absolutely loved them.
Do you think... they were really father and son?
You couldn't deny. You could not deny.
Yeah, but what if they were lovers?
Well, I hope not.
No, your man was
for the good of all.
Your man was a little person, not a child.
Well, the family resemblance was very striking. So I don't know. I guess siblings are dating as a thing.
The Greeks all look alike, don't they?
You need to be careful just now. So Susan Boyle, she was on Britain's Got Talent.
Scottish.
Yes, and she actually said she
You're not coming in here, pal. I've got too many Duanes as it goes.
That's Welsh.
That wasn't Welsh.
She said that she wouldn't do X Factor because it was too focused on looks. So this is and she nearly backed out of Britain's Got Talent, but she went on in 2009 and she sung Les Mis's "I Dreamed a Dream."
Oh, I've seen the clip of everyone. And
everyone's like, "Eh, she's ugly."
But then it turns to these girls in the crowd and they're like, "Huh, fat chance."
Yeah, exactly. And then Amanda Holden turns around and goes, I hope you all feel very proud of yourself because yes, she's ugly, but she's a good singer. Okay? It's a yes from me is basically what happened. And it was 2009. So everyone was able to make really mean headlines about her appearance. She was called the Hairy Angel.
What?
Oh
my God.
Among other names. It was horrible. That was all I could find today. But it was funny because now...
SuBo. Well, anyway, wasn't it?
SuBo, of course.
SuBo wrestler.
Yes. Oh, yeah. I'm sure that was one. But I was reading an article about her today in Vogue because she's come back, basically. She wiped her Instagram clean and then she came out with this new look. They've yassified Susan Boyle.
Did she delete her archive?
I'd have to ask her. Susan, if you're listening... Did you archive or did you delete, you dirty bitch?
In fairness now, Fiona, on this podcast where we chat to each other, you were right not to speculate on that issue. Anyway, continue. You don't want to say something that you'll later regret.
Like,
you don't be looking like a fool when SuBo comes out and goes, after I deleted everything, oh shit.
Fuck.
Call me up, be like, Duane, look,
wipe that podcast.
Well, yeah, I know we haven't spoken since the divorce, but come on.
Get that podcast off the air now before I get sued by Sue. So she's come out. She's got a cunty blonde wig, a little bob. She's wearing a brown velour tracksuit, stunning, and a faux fur coat over it. And she looks very glam altogether, something that we didn't see from Susan Boyle before.
But isn't this just like an advert? You sent it to me.
They're all ads.
No, but it's for a product.
Yeah. No, but I mean like everything now on her Instagram with her new cool look are ads. So first we've got Cornetto.
That was it.
She's doing a remix.
Just one Cornetto.
So she's doing that, but it's a remix. It's going to be in the club. It's the song of the summer. It's a SuBo summer. And all the Instagram posts that she's doing for Cornetto are like some pun on boil. Like, it's bleeding boiling out there. Things have boiled over. And then it's like an ad for Cornetto.
Can we get a third one?
Can
you come up with a third one?
What's that boil on your face? That needs to be popped by a medical professional.
You shouldn't have boil on your face. She's a bit larger lady.
What?
You wouldn't be able to breathe.
So true. Watching pots will never boil. Here's my new song.
Watching pots. That's what you said.
Yeah.
Watching pots.
A watch pot never boils. Stream Just One Cornetto by Susan Boyle now. Hashtag ad.
Boyle family.
The Boyle family. That's your family.
Yeah.
So there's one ad for Cornetto and there's one ad for Iron Brew. She's again wearing the blonde wig. The ad is like...
Are we sure she's not just blonde?
I think it's a wig. But Susan, again, please get in touch.
I did see she went to Oasis last year and she was like, thanks Noel for the tickets.
Oh, cute.
Yeah.
And was she wearing a blonde wig?
I think she was wearing a bucket hat. So who could tell?
I mean, of course, as is tradition.
Yeah.
I gave my Oasis bucket hat to the charity shop.
I know. You and your sister spent like 15 quid on them. I was like, when you ever...
No, we got counterfeit. They were a tenner. Sorry. But justice for all the lads wheeling and dealing on the walk up to Croke Park. And to all the little girls who were selling Capri Suns. Love it. I wasn't going to buy an official one. They have enough fucking money. Tenner paid for the hat. And what?
Yeah, and it's now gone to Sundrive.
Sue Ryder.
Yeah.
And that brings it all back because we're talking about Susan Boyle. So yeah, this was like a Iron Brew ad, which I think is for Scotland going into the World Cup.
Nice.
And they're like, we're made from girders, we're Scottish and we're going to win the World Cup. And then it's like a whole song, but it just ends with Susan Boyle on a bridge, taking it to the bridge. And it's an iron bridge, of course. And she's just up there giving it welly. And then it goes into her doing a bit of a breakdance. May or may not be a stunt double. So she's back.
Okay.
She's doing some ads.
She's back and she will, if you want her to love your product, she will do it for a few quid.
She will. I don't know what's happened because she said that over the years she's been offered loads of ads, but she never did them. And now she comes out and she's doing 2 in really close succession.
Actually, I do know one thing about Susan Boyle is her Twitter mishap.
Of course, we know the anal bum party. Did you attend?
Oh, hey, I choreographed. I was the videographer.
I supervised.
So what is it? Sue's album
party. Yeah, it was in 2012.
No,
like,
Susan
album party. Sue's anal bum party. Yeah, Susan album party.
Susan album party.
Yeah.
So it was
maybe that's why she was like, right, I better be SuBo now.
It was a listening party online. They were big. Oh,
for her album Standing Ovation, the greatest songs from the stage.
Oh, you got the dates.
In 2012. That's all I have about that.
And then, but the hashtag was Susan album party, but that read as
Sue's anal bum party. And people had a lot of fun with that.
What's we're having fun. How about I take it away from fun?
How does anal really feel?
No, but an anal party is a bum party, so it's redundant.
Yeah, but it's like, let's just really hammer home what we're doing here.
And don't hammer nothing.
We're doing anal in the bum, and it's a party. Just in case anyone wasn't clear. It's like when you say it's a birthday party. Like, it's like, yeah, well, if it's your birthday, you're having a party. Like, we get it.
That's not.
If it's anal, it's in the bum.
Birthday party, that's the worst. Yeah, you tried your best and you were confident, and I liked that you brought it to the table.
But you still had to take me down a peg or two. What would be a good example of it?
You didn't throw me a birthday party this year.
Yeah, because I was having a baby about 2 days later.
7 days later.
Another fact about Susan Boyle, because I was on her Wikipedia today, she's single, and she was asked if she'd tried to find love through internet dating. She said she was too scared, and she said, knowing my luck, sorry, Liverpool accent of course, knowing my luck, I go out on a date and you find my limbs scattered around various Blackburn dustbins.
She live in Blackburn?
Yeah. I was like, that was quick as a tack, Susan Boyle.
I'm getting out of Scotland. I'm going to the stars. You go to London? Not that far. I'll make it up north.
Why? Where's Blackburn?
North. It's near Manchester.
Yeah. But yeah, she said she'd be thrown in multiple bins.
Do you think when her last relationship ended, and she's with presumably a man,
Mr. Ironbrew,
and they split up, it's like, okay, we're no longer together. We're in a relationship. We're both now single. And then she's like, you can now leave the house. And then there'd be like a journalist outside being like, oh, she just sent that unattached man out. Susan's just released a single. And then everyone's like, oh my God, new music from her at last. He's like, oh no.
What you did there was incredible. And it made me realize why I love you.
What?
I didn't know until this moment.
I hated that because I think there was something there, but I think I over and under explained it at the same time.
But that's what expressing yourself in a creative medium is all about. Because I saw the joy in your eyes and it went somewhere.
Oh, you just like to listen? Oh, he had fun.
And it made me laugh.
Right. Saving the best for last.
Oh, no, it just is something.
Well, let's rapid fire it because I'm going to give you a bit of gossip in Duane's world.
I know, I'm excited for that. Dua Lipa got married. Okay. She got married to actor Callum Turner.
Never heard of him.
And he's an actor. He's a UK actor.
Dua Lipa, she loves Liverpool.
That's why I was thinking you might like this story. So she did, do you know the way everyone does 2 weddings these days? So she might be getting married later on somewhere glam. People think she's going to get married in Sicily. But she did her civil wedding in London. And she wore a big hat. And this article made me laugh. It's on Why Entertainment and originally Clutch Points. And it said, Dua Lipa finally drops pictures of lavish wedding with Callum Turner. She got married on the 31st of May. She shared the pictures today. So it's like, girl, relax. Like, it's fine. She can take a day, will we say, to share the pictures? But look at this. She posted a few pictures on social media with a caption that featured their wedding date. They are kissing in the first picture, and her big white hat covers their faces. I'm like, this was written by my son. And
what website was that on?
It was on Why Entertainment.
And that's the question I have exactly. Why Entertainment? Now let's get to some proper entertainment. I'm going to spill the gossip in Duane's world. It's mother flipping Duane's world. Oh, baby. Okay, Fiona.
Yes, I love this.
When we met, you proclaimed this, right?
The mystery of my faith.
No, you proclaimed very early, and it wasn't a question that I'd posed to you. In our early days of our relationship, it was very much like, oh, well, I'll see you during the week. Will we meet Wednesday? And will we meet Thursday then maybe at a gig or something? And then you would generally work the weekend, so we wouldn't really see each other the weekend. Yeah. So it never got to a point where me as a football fan would have to be like, no, I'm watching Liverpool that day. I can't come to meet you. And then just one, very early on, you're like, okay, just so you know, I fucking hate football so much. I don't care about it, and I never will. So don't you ever mention it. I used to say I was a Man United fan for some reason, but I honestly don't give a shit. Don't ever make me watch football. I despise it. And I was like, relax. This is our first date. What's your name again?
First of all, I don't remember that, but I know you've said that I've said I don't remember that. And I also don't remember ever saying I support Man United. I absolutely
I think you said you had a jersey as a teenager or something?
No, I think my sister did. My dad supported Man United. I had a Celtic jersey when I was 14 because I thought it made lads fancy me. And it was kind of the style of the time to have a little hoodie and have the Celtic jersey poking out
What
under
year
the
are we
bottom. But I
talking?
couldn't have told you anything. Like 2005, I wouldn't have known
So we're talking like
one
probably
player or
was
anything.
NTL over by then? Maybe was it into curling?
Curling.
Yeah. Collars or round neck? I think most of the curling were collars.
I don't know if it had a collar. I can't remember. But it would
And
be.
who did you have on the back? Was it Shinsuke Nakamura? Was it Bobo Balde? Was it Jojo Samaras? Was it Paddy McCourt?
It was Jojo Samaras. I didn't have anyone on the back. I just had like my little.
Well, then guys didn't fancy you then. I
can't do that. Sorry. But no, I didn't have an anal bum party in the Celtic jersey.
Well, I'm here to bring you the gossip surrounding Liverpool Football Club and Mo Salah and Arne Slot.
I actually am into this.
So, what do you know about Arne Slot, Mo Salah? What do you know?
I know that it used to be Jurgen Klopp, the manager.
Yeah.
And that everyone loved him, even outside of like just him being the manager, because people fancied him as well. And he seemed like good crack. Didn't that comedian do the whole thing about like being in love with the Laura Lex, was it?
Maybe.
The whole Twitter thing about like fancy.
Oh, yeah.
Am I making this up?
No, yeah, that sounds familiar.
And then he made them win the thing that was during COVID, and you hadn't won it in my lifetime, never win it again, blah, blah, blah. And that was a really big deal. And he just seemed like a really likable guy. Yeah. And when he left, it was like, right, who's going to take his place? And this guy came along. And I know who is another likable character in relation to Liverpool is Mo Salah. Everyone loves him. The Egyptian king.
And can you sing the song?
Go Salah, go Salah, go Salah, running down the wing. Da 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 da. The Egyptian king.
Now you were very close, like the da 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 da. Can you think of anything?
Salah.
There you go. And at the start,
I lost confidence.
You were so close with Go Salah. It was Mo. Do you know his name?
Did they ever say go?
Never.
Would they want him to go and score?
Yeah, but they want Mo Salah.
Go Salah, Mo Salah. We could do both.
Well, we can't anymore because he's leaving. He's
leaving.
So and then, I'll tell you why.
No, wait, I just know
and
the rest.
I'll tell you for why.
He left. So then it was like, well, at least we still have Mo Salah and whatever about this manager guy. And then Mo Salah was like, well, I actually might leave. I'm a bit pissed off at the moment. And it was like, God, is he leaving because he's having beef with the manager or what? And then in the last match that he played, it was like, is he even going to get to start? And then he left like sooner than we thought he might. But now the manager has said he's leaving. And it's like, well, will Mo Salah came back? Because he only left because he doesn't like the manager, is what we think.
That's the whole story.
That's Duane's world.
Yeah, I'll go over it in a bit more detail just to fill in the gaps here. But you're pretty spot on.
Thank you.
In 2017, Mo Salah joined Liverpool. It was like no one really was like too excited because he'd played for Chelsea before, but didn't do too well. But he was doing well in Italy, but that's a lesser league, some would say. And he joined Liverpool, and people were like, "Will he be all right? Don't know." And then he turned out to be probably one of the greatest players Liverpool have ever had, probably one of the greatest players the Premier League has ever had. His numbers are insane. There's like this whole thing of like, there's like 80 records. It was like before Salah who held them. It's all the multiple players who held them. And then it's like after Salah, and he's broken all of those records.
And that's why we say go Salah.
We say go Salah. Liverpool would go on to win the Champions League, the Premier League, a couple of FA Cups, couple of League Cups and the FA Cup, with Jurgen Klopp and Salah, and everything was going great. But then Jurgen left. It's like, God, what are we going to do? Salah's getting older, and we don't have Jurgen Klopp. So they signed Arne Slot from Feyenoord in Holland, which is even lower leagues. Like, is he going to do well? Well, guess what? Mo Salah has, even at his age, a generational season. One of the best seasons of all time. The most goals.
What is he? He's 35, is he?
I think he's 34 now, maybe.
My God, it's depressing.
I know, isn't it crazy? That we're like, oh, those old men. I'm like, oh God, I wish I was that age.
That fucking geriatric kicking around a ball. Do you not need a Zimmer frame, sir?
And I think he got the most goals and assists of any player in any season. I think it's like 47, which is just terrific. And they won the league. first season. It's like everyone's like, "Oh, do you miss Jurgen Klopp?" And it's like, "How can you miss Jurgen Klopp? Everything's going so well." And then Salah's like, "Do you know what?" The manager called me and goes, "This is how we are going to win the league with you." And it was like a great conversation. We love playing together. And then the new season starts. And it's like, we're going to be amazing. Salah scores on the first day. The last goal in the first win.
I know, but these bits are boring because they're
because it's going so well, and then all of a sudden the form goes down. Not just for Salah, but for the whole team. Liverpool start to lose. It's become pretty early in the season. It becomes very evident we're not going to win the league again. It's like, oh, now that the honeymoon period is over, is Arne Slot that good? Is Mo Salah any good anymore? And then, so the unthinkable happens. Arne Slot drops Mo Salah from the team. And it's like,
Do you mean just for a match? Like, he doesn't
for
let him
3
start
matches
or
in a row.
And that's fucked up.
Well, it's like, I don't know, if the Spice Girls came out and were like, "Do you know what? Jerry can stay in the dressing room tonight."
Yeah, or Mel B, because she was the best singer.
Well, I just used Jerry because she did have fallout with
yeah.
So Salah, who never speaks to the press, and generally players...
If he speaks, he is in big trouble.
Well, if... That's the only thing you know about football, I think.
And that's all I need to know.
And he goes and he speaks to, like, Rogue goes speak to the press, just like... It's not even, like, against the backdrop that the players have with, like, professional cameras. He's just speaking to a guy with, like, a little tape recorder, and, like, phones are getting him. And he says... Salah is dropped, and he speaks to the press saying that he has been thrown under the bus because people are saying that because he had such a good season that the downfall is on him. But there's 25 players, there's a manager, there's a coaching team, and he says he was thrown under the bus, and that's why he was dropped, because it's like, oh, well, we're doing bad, so let's get rid of Salah. And he said he has no relationship with Arne Slot, and the Liverpool Star revealed that next week's match against Brighton could be his last, and we're all like going, what? Like,
hey, Brighton Hove Albion.
And Hove.
That was close enough.
Close enough, fair play. And everyone's just like, Salah's been dropped. He can't leave. The problem with this is he's about to go off and play in the African Cup of Nations, which is always...
That was it.
What?
That was, I remember hearing.
Yeah.
And there was a big fight at that as well, wasn't there?
I just can't remember. Oh, there was this thing, but that's irrelevant. We don't have a lot of time. And... he's leaving. It's like, no, it's the worst time for him to leave because he's going to leave with his bad blood. And he's also leaving during the transfer window, which means he's away from Liverpool, and he could probably negotiate a deal to move away. And then it came, a couple of interviews came out and he's like, well, look, I'll go. I love Liverpool. I don't want to leave Liverpool. I signed a contract last year. Everyone thought I was going to leave last year. I wanted to stay. The club said I could stay for 2 more years until 2027. And we're like, okay, please come back. And he came back and he scores. The season's still going pretty bad. And it starts to get towards the end of the season, and Mo announces he's going to leave at the end of the season a year early. We're all gutted. It's like, well, it's because of the breakdown of the relationship. The manager's going to go, or the player's going to go. The manager is holding firm, so Salah opts to leave. And
that's wild. That's what we call the girls being messy.
Well, after
the way he's talking to the press.
After 9 years, and the club put out all these videos and stuff. But the form for the team continues. It's bad. There's now manager unrest, and Liverpool lose pretty badly. I think it was at 5-1 to Aston Villa in their penultimate game. And Salah doesn't get off the pitch. Salah doesn't get on the pitch, off the bench. And he puts out a post on social media saying that...
That's the manager being a bit of a prick.
Because we weren't sure if Salah was going to play then in his final game. And the fans wanted to say goodbye to him. So he puts out a social media post saying that Liverpool are crumbling and they need to discover their identity, calling for a return to the heavy metal attacking team that made them feared under Jurgen Klopp. So that's a bit of shade there, but like, we used to be good before you came in.
We used to be a real country.
He said that watching them lately has been very painful, and then this is the key part. Because Salah's leaving no matter what.
Yeah.
Putting out this post before the final game, Gary Neville called it throwing a grenade into the dressing room.
Nuclear.
He could have done that once he left, when it's like, well, look, he's gone now. He's going to be saying stuff. But he's like, I got to put this out before I leave. I still have to see the fans, the teammates, and the manager.
Oh,
several of the players like the tweet.
I love
And that
this.
seems to turn Liverpool's head because they insist they're not changing their manager. The guy who everyone was saying would become Liverpool's manager, he gets appointed by a different team. So it's like, well, we're not good for him. We must be staying with the current guy. There's reports of Liverpool offering a contract to a new assistant manager who you would only do that under the guise of the manager. So it's like, well, if they're appointing the assistant manager, he's clearly staying. But apparently the players liking the tweets turned the Liverpool hierarchy's head. So after the final game, out of nowhere, Liverpool make the decision to sack Arne Slot just 12 months after winning the Premier League.
And when you say the hierarchy, is that the owners who owns the club?
The owners obviously could be having a say, but the owners generally leave the work up to people in different positions. In Liverpool's case, there's a guy, Rob Edwards, Michael Edwards and Richard Hughes and Michael Edwards. And they handle the sporting side, and it'd generally be up to them. They'd obviously have to go to the owners and get approval and stuff like that.
But they're who tells your man you're sacked.
Oh yeah, they would.
I'm afraid to say his name. Arne or Arne?
Arne. And
don't need to know it now. Anyway, he's leaving.
Exactly, he's leaving. Which we were driving in the car when it came out, and it was like it came so out of the blue. Reports say that he was shocked because obviously they were like, "Well, who do you want as your assistant manager? We're going to go hire this guy." And after Slot's sacking, reports in the Athletic, which I would believe, but I haven't seen it really reported elsewhere, claimed that Liverpool could do a U-turn and keep Salah. Salah's still under contract for another year. Now they've told him he could leave if he wants to, which he's announced he's leaving. So I reckon he will leave. But there's just that hope.
It'd be so camp if he can. Like, he'd be such a cheeky chappy if he was like, guys, I'm like, it's so openly being now, like, though, I hated him. If he comes
back and is just shite, we'll be like, oh.
No, you won't, because go Salah. Go Salah.
If he hears that, he'd be like, oh, I thought you were saying slow Salah. And he was like, I'll keep it slow. I did ask Google to put it into pop culture terms.
Okay.
Just to dumb it down for the little ladies listening, including yourself.
I already did that though.
It said, imagine Taylor Swift signs on for...
fuck this. I hate when they do that. Go on. I hate this.
Imagine...
No, it's fine.
Charlie
imagine Taylor
XCX
Swift. No, it's fine.
Signs on for 2 more albums because she loves working with a new producer. They immediately win Album of the Year together. Then the next album bombs. She starts giving interviews saying they barely speak, announces she's leaving the label, publicly slates the music, says it has lost its identity, and a few weeks later, the producer is fired.
That kind of stuff really does happen with them then. That was good. No, it's just
go Taylor! Go Taylor! Go Taylor!
Running down the wing to her linebacker, Travis Kelce. When's the wedding happening? We'll never know.
I don't think you should be talking as much. This isn't your world. This was Duane's world. It was Duane's world. It's my world. No women allowed. Yorkie bars for everybody.
Well, there you go.
Hey.
Hey, yeah. That was great.
All the energy's got on the podcast now. We're like, all right, that's good.
No, we love it and we're having a great time. It's just been a bit of a mad
Can we
week.
just sit there and be like, oh, that podcast, was that good for you?
Shall we do another one?
Did you listen to the whole podcast?
Or did you have to?
Did you finish the podcast?
I can't even. If you listen to the podcast, listen to it on everywhere.
You told people a couple of weeks ago to do turtle emojis if they listen this far, and we got quite a few, which I was actually happy about. But it seems to be the only engagement we got was you telling people to do that. So tell people to do something now.
Now, because we talked about sports, do a football emoji, please, if you listen to the end.
Yeah, it's a football emoji, or just for the crack, just type, go Salah, go Salah.
Go Salah, running down the wing. Subscribe to Men Welcome Things.
Yeah, and what are they? Please, you know them.
At Men Welcome Podcast.
No!
Sorry.
It's at Men Welcome Pod. You're like, I don't press the buttons. You don't fucking listen to the fucking buttons either, do you?
I'm on bloody maternity leave and I'm doing this podcast. See you later. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.
Cheerio. I should not have the last word on this. Leave me alone.